What is going on, crypto fiends? Thank you as always for tuning in. Today we're going to be discussing a topic that has been in debate for many years now and surprisingly has many answers to this question. How much Bitcoin should you own? A simple question, but not so simple of an answer. In this video, we're going to be breaking down a handful of concepts and scenarios, looking at statistics and data to give you an idea as to how much Bitcoin someone should own. Today's video is sponsored by Fortube, one of the leading DeFi lending platforms built on Binance Chain. More on them later on in the video. Okay, so the straightforward answer as to how much Bitcoin someone should own would be whatever someone is comfortable investing, as it does depend on many factors like income, risk to reward ratio, lifestyle, etc. But that answer is pretty boring, so I did some digging and found a handful of interesting perspectives on this topic. The first comes from themoneymongers.com, where they come across with a pretty straightforward answer, which would especially be great for beginners. Stating how much you should own in Bitcoin is simple. You should own Bitcoins in proportion to the level of your understanding of it. For example, you have an investment portfolio of $1 million, and you think your level of understanding and conviction is at 1%. Then you should go for about $10,000 of investment. This way you will not overcommit yourself, and still 1% allocation of your wealth will have a significant probability of increasing your portfolio's performance. If your level of conviction and understanding is higher, like 10, 20, or even 30%, do that. You should try to be a whole coiner of Bitcoin, but not by overstretching yourself or by selling your house. Lastly, they go on to say that you can start systematically accumulating BTC by investing little every month or week until you have 1 BTC, for example, if being a whole coiner is your goal. But the point is not to overfocus on 1 BTC, but to rather commit to the process. Now, this might not be the most exciting approach to many, but this really does hold so true. Investing amount based on your understanding and dollar cost averaging over time will lead to a higher chance of Satoshi accumulation compared to a one lump sum purchase, and hopefully during those weeks and months that you are accumulating, you are continuing to educate yourself on Bitcoin, so you can maybe increase your overall allocation percentage based on your understanding and conviction going up as well. Next, we put a twist on the topic of how much Bitcoin someone should own when we have a look at an article by bitcoin.com. In this article, they prioritize how much Bitcoin you would need to be in the 1% club based on BTC holdings. In a statement from Jake Levison, he said if you own 0.28 BTC, you're statistically guaranteed to be the richest 1% of the world in BTC terms. Now, this sounds fairly reasonable and quite exciting. Being in the 1% of BTC holdings right now would cost you roughly $5,300. Not too bad if you ask me. But this statement has been up for debate for quite a while. In a statement from a former Google product director, Steve Lee, he said the same thing in October 2018. If you own 0.28 BTC in HODL, you can be certain no more than 1% of the current world's population can ever own more BTC than you. A modest investment today can ensure you are a 1%er in a future Bitcoin world. But even these two estimates from Lee and Levison might be too low. A research study suggests that 15 BTC is the minimum needed to join BTC's 1% club, and 89 BTC if you want to make the top 0.1%. So as of now, we can estimate that the number of BTC needed to get into the top 1% of the world is roughly between 0.28 BTC and 15 BTC, depending on the person you ask or the study reference to get that calculation. The reason for this is the number of unknowns that cannot be calculated in a precise fashion, such as the exact number of BTC holders, the approximate number of lost and stolen coins, and the number of wallets worldwide. But nonetheless, it wouldn't be such a bad thing to acquire yourself at least 0.28 BTC, regardless of you being in a club or not. Lastly, AMB Crypto says it best. They want to know how much Bitcoin do you need to become a millionaire in the future. With this being the majority of crypto investors' goals, let's check out what they have to say. At the time of recording, the total BTCs in circulation is 18.5 million, leaving only 2.5 million Bitcoins to be mined. A total of 1.5 million Bitcoins are inaccessible, which includes Satoshi's 980,000 Bitcoins. Factoring this in would leave the amount of Bitcoins to be minted at 2.4 million. Also, this is not factoring in the Bitcoins that are lost forever, which is estimated to be over 4 million Bitcoin. Since Bitcoin's market cap is hard capped at 21 million, the scarcity of Bitcoin increases as more BTCs are being mined. Considering the growth fundamentals of Bitcoin, it is necessary to have a more generalized approach towards the wealth one needs to accumulate in Bitcoin. Kyle Kemper, the founder of Swiss Key, developed a formula that spits out the amount of Bitcoin one must own relative to the growth of Bitcoin over the years and the global wealth. According to Kemper's formula, to ensure $1 million worth of wealth, one must own 0.0662465 Bitcoin. For the above number, Kemper assumes the following. There are 21 million Bitcoin. The global wealth is $317 trillion. If you take 1 million, divide 317 trillion, and multiply that by 21 million, you get 0.0662465. Now, do keep in mind that formula is based on the global wealth of $317 trillion, and that's assuming that Bitcoin's penetration is 100%. However, that is the absolute case, and the chances of that happening are close to none. But let's assume that Bitcoin reaches the level where gold stands at present, which is $9 trillion, and I think is pretty reasonable. With this assumption, the amount in Bitcoin to ensure $1 million in wealth in the future would come up to 2.33 BTC, which, do keep in mind, is factoring in all the BTC being mined, which won't officially occur until 2140 when we're all dead. So even if we break it down to just 19.5 million Bitcoin, which will be mined by the 2030s, this gives us 2.166 Bitcoin to become a millionaire in the future. And remember, that's still not factoring in all the Bitcoins lost or unrecoverable forever. And in a study by Investopedia, it's estimated that roughly 20% or 4.2 million Bitcoin is lost, which makes the required BTC amount even lower at 1.86 Bitcoins to become a millionaire in the future. Not too bad if you ask me. And I personally believe a $9 trillion market cap for Bitcoin isn't a matter of if, but a matter of when. Now, please do remember that regardless of how many statistics and opinions we do look at, in the end, you should be making your own responsible decisions when investing based on your personal situation and capabilities. If your goal is to join the possible 1% club, go for 0.28 Bitcoin. If you want to become a whole coiner, keep dollar cost averaging and get that 1 BTC. If you want to potentially guarantee yourself $1 million one day, shoot for 2.3 Bitcoin. And just remember, the fact that you're investing now puts you light years ahead of 99% of the world, who are still blind to the wealth transfer happening right in front of them. I hope this video gave you a good idea as to which direction you should go in for how much Bitcoin you wish to accumulate. And if you did enjoy this video, I would greatly appreciate you letting me know in the comment section below. Now, if you've been in the market for a DeFi lending platform with a solid reputation built around its community and lending allocation, Fortube might just be the one for you. Fortube has cemented itself as a reliable and bulletproof way for developers, enthusiasts, and industry leaders to receive loans, yield farm assets, and even participate in governance voting and forums. Fortube is currently ranked the second largest DeFi platform on Binance Chain in total volume locked. Fortube's philosophy is built around 5 key features, being permissionless, decentralized, trustless, transparent, and programmable. Having the platform built around these key fundamentals guarantees a smooth and seamless user experience for all participants. Fortube's banking interface offers a stunning user experience for lenders and borrowers alike. Seamlessly link your MetaMask wallet to gain direct access to the interface. This is where users can view the total value locked, total market borrowed, and supported tokens list. Switch over to the My Bank tab to view your account information, health index, mining rewards, trading record, and debt repayment record. With Fortube Bank, users can also deposit stablecoins such as USDT, BUSD, and DAI to receive up to 9% annually. There is also the liquidation tab at the top. This is where you can view current borrowers and their health index, sort of like a leaderboard, and you can also view your liquidation info as well. Lastly, we have Fortube bonds. This is where users can participate in fixed term investments with controllable risk, issue bonds with crypto assets, participate in the disposal of bad debts through the liquidation web pages or APIs to earn liquidation fees, and participate in credit ratings and earn service fees by utilizing the For cryptocurrency. This is Fortube's governance token, which means users can participate in having a say with changes and important decisions with Fortube through the For tokens. The Fortube team will pursue the complete decentralization of Fortube governance and hopes to build Fortube into an excellent DeFi infrastructure through the efforts of all For holders. For tokens do have a few utilizations. First, allowing holders to participate in Fortube bond rating voting and participate in the governance of Fortube. To do this, users must lock For to the Fortube staking contract where they can obtain governance voting tokens G4, which is issued according to a certain proportion of the locked amount of For. G4 can only be used for governance voting and will be destroyed when users redeem For. The voted proposal can modify and adjust the key system variables of Fortube Bond and Fortube Bank, giving its user a massive stake in the future of the platform and making it more decentralized than the competition. Whether you're looking to borrow or lend your crypto and receive perks for doing so, Fortube might just be the platform to use. Currently with $93 million in market size and a rapidly growing partnership list, this growth doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. If you'd like to learn more about Fortube and how you can participate, I will leave all the links you need in the description below. If you made it this far, thank you, I appreciate you, and I will see you again very soon.